Many of us know that living from a feeling of gratitude is one of the keys to creating a happy, fulfilling, empowering life. But we don't always wake up feeling positive and just feeling natural gratitude, do we? Especially if we haven't slept well, or that pesky alarm was the one waking us up, or something's going on in our life that's really bothering us. Would you love to begin each new day with a conscious choice of generating a state of gratitude, knowing how impactful that is in your ability to live a life that you love living, make decisions that actually take you forward, improve your health? Would you love to know how to do that? I'm going to reveal a simple but powerful 30-second morning gratitude practice that I've been actually doing with and for myself for a couple of decades now in this short video. Hi, I'm Mary Morrissey. I'm the author of 2 best-selling books, No Less Than Greatness and Building Your Field of Dreams, which became a PBS special. I'm also the founder of Life Mastery Institute. But let me just say this to you. I have built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses over the time I've been practicing this practice. I have very successful relationships, and I go where I want to go and do what I want to do. I have a lot of freedom in my life and in my work. I believe that none of that would have occurred if I hadn't learned this practice a couple of decades ago. I'd been studying transformation for many years, but the mindset and the frequency that I operate from that generates the results I've just described begins with a simple 30-second gratitude practice as I begin my day. 2 psychologists from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas, and the University of California at Davis recently conducted a very interesting study to back this up. They split several hundred people up into 3 different groups. Everyone in all 3 groups agreed to keep a diary, and they were asked to write in their diary at the end of each day for the duration of the study. Now, the first group kept a diary of things that had happened throughout the day, without being told to specifically write about either positive or negative things. The second group was asked to write only unpleasant experiences that they'd had during the day. Just track every unpleasant experience you've had, write it down. And the third group was asked to write only things that they were grateful for. And the results of the study show that those who wrote their daily gratitudes down at the end of each day experienced higher levels of alertness, enthusiasm, determination, optimism, and energy. They also experienced less depression, less stress, were more likely to help others, exercised more regularly, strangely, and made greater progress towards achieving their personal goals. Living from gratitude has the power to transform all areas of your life. So how do you get yourself into the habit of living with gratitude? Well, that was my question a couple of decades ago. I'd been reading about the power of this, and there was what's called the morning practice and many different versions of that. And so I started noticing that when I am in that moment where I'm noticing that I'm starting to wake up, there's a moment in the morning where, whether it's the alarm that stimulates that, or the sun shining on your face, or the dog jumps on your bed, there's a moment when you notice that you're no longer sleeping, you're now coming to consciousness. I have trained myself through repetition that when that happens, I realize I'm waking up. I actually get to wake up this morning. And I notice that. I don't take it for granted. I've lived long enough to know that not everybody wakes up in the morning. In fact, my dear friend from the 80s, Wayne Dyer, a couple years ago, he went to bed on a Saturday night and he didn't wake up the next morning. He had a calendar booked out completely for almost 3 solid years. He just didn't wake up. So when I start to wake up, I notice that I'm waking up. And then I say words to myself. And some days it's easy, and then I get right out of bed because I'm feeling grateful. I'm feeling it. Other days, I've got something on my mind. I've got something that maybe was bothering me the night before, and it takes some time before I actually feel the feeling of gratitude. But I don't let my feet hit the floor until I'm actually in a state of gratitude so that I can actually feel it in my body. And here's what I say to myself. It's a brand new day. It's not just another day of my life. This is the one day I've been given. Nobody gets to think my thoughts today but me, or make my choices today but me. This is a unique, one-of-a-kind, irreplaceable, completely wondrous gift of life in my hands called one day of my life. I am so grateful to know this as I start my day. I'm grateful to feel this gratitude for the opportunity to be alive and choose who I'm going to be in this day. Now, after so many years of practice, it comes pretty naturally to me. But there are days when it doesn't. It just takes more time and energy to put myself in that state. But I know that state will dictate what kind of decisions I make. It'll dictate the opportunities I can see or not see based on the vibration I'm living from. Gratitude is the frequency that's expansive and the frequency that's harmonious with abundance. If you want more abundance in your life, it won't go into a contracted, complaining frequency. Abundance and complaining are not on the same frequency. So now, I have a challenge for you. Just for 7 days, but just for 7 days. Try it out. Between the time you just start noticing you're waking up and you're beginning to open your eyes in the morning, and between that moment and the time your feet hit the floor, don't let your feet hit the floor until you have consciously put yourself in a state of gratitude. Borrow my words if they help you. This is a brand new day. It's a day I've never lived before. It's not just another day of my life. It's the one day I get to live today. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it. And now I have a question for you. What's one thing you could actually choose to be grateful for right now? It could be a particular person, a pet, something wonderful that happened today. It could be that your feet move when you ask them to, or your hands move when you ask them to. It could be deciding to invest a few minutes in watching a video so you can grow, and you're proud of yourself for that. But go ahead and pick something that you're choosing to be grateful for right now. Activate that right now. Share it with me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching today. I want to say bye for now. I'll see you real soon.